Hello, everybody. Sorry for the long pause. My brain lagged when I pressed live. But let's not worry about that now. We're here. We got stuff to do. We're going to do stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Watching on Twitch, drop a follow. We got two big jobs to do. We'll probably get one of them at least mostly done today. We'll see if we can get the full thing done. It is unlikely we'll get both jobs done as they are huge. Absolutely huge. So let's get into this. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, our display case is getting pretty full. The theater and the motel. The motel is evidently a bigger job. Let's do the theater. You're just who I need right now. Opening week of driving me barking has come and gone, and well, hasn't exactly gone to plan. What a mess. Hope we do a good job. We get our deposit back. This is a reference to one of the early jobs in the game, but I don't specifically remember. Oh my! Oh. Hey, Nomi, you enjoying? Wowzers. Okay. How many receipts in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11. So we're gonna clean the middle seat of the middle row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would be this one. We're gonna put Nomi in it, and that's where we're gonna start this job from. We're gonna put Nomi right in the middle. Now you think about what you've done. You could at least sit up like a polite gentleman. You almost did. You almost did. You know what? You want to sit like that? We can arrange that, buddy. Let's try this again. Okay, he wants to be a freak about it. Okay. Getting you close there, pal. Need him to flip over a couple more times here. That'll work. There you go, Nomi. Okay, jeez Louise. The roof, too. Let's start with the roof. I now got all 3 extensions, so let's start with the roof. Honestly, look at the state of this place. What was I thinking? You invited dogs to your premiere, right? That's what happened? I do wonder how the dogs made a mess of the roof, but yeah, I made a huge gamble selling what I was using for this thing, but it is paying off pretty well. So I'm happy about that. Thankfully, the roof seems pretty easy to clean, which is very nice for our current situation. How the freak did this happen, though? There we go. That makes me feel a little bit better about that spot. I'm not even at the highest point. I can get even closer. There's that one, and that one. Okay, I suppose I was thinking big. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Sure. Valley Blockbuster of the Year, 4 quadrant audience, a director's dream. That's not how it panned out. Well, explain it to me, man. Hey, I got the ceiling trim. Very good, very good. Alright, that's the ceiling. Alright. Let's do this column. You're gonna be an on top of the speaker problem, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Alright, scissor lip, let's put this to the test. I could hit it. That's amazing. I hear the cat. Where is the cat? Cat must be in the projection booth. What's with that noise? There we go. The top's all handled. Probably should have brought the scissor lift down further, but that's okay. Take the next line right to here. So do we got movie posters in the theater? Is that what's happening here? Jeff. Opening night, there were 7 people. One of them immediately fell asleep. The others laughed as soon as they saw the dog car. They weren't supposed to. Jeff is probably a reference to something that I don't quite understand. It's probably a reference to something. Ding dong. Well, there's the Driving Me Barking poster. We know what that one referenced to. The game itself. And maybe Driving Miss Daisy, I don't know. There we go. Look at that. We got a couple of walls done. It's actually going decently fast. We might be able to start the other job. I don't mind big jobs like this when the surfaces are big and not persnickety. Literally my favorite type of job in this game. There's a cat somewhere. There we go. Somewhere there is a cat. Alright, we can probably take this down by a couple extensions. Then the second night we had even less, just 4 students from the film school who had already seen everything else. They were in hysterics all the way through. Sounds like you have a comedy film on your hand, buddy. Ain't nothing wrong with a comedy. Did this poster frame get done? Yes. horror comedy can be tricky, though. If you haven't seen it yet, check out What No Tip on the Gmod Squad YouTube channel. My first foray into horror comedy. It's a short horror film, horror comedy. I'm pretty proud of. I learned a lot. A lot more to learn, obviously, but I learned a lot. It was good. Have fun making it. After the first few, like, special projects I made were just straight up horror, to try to equal parts make it scary and funny was pretty hard. I felt more confident about the scary part of it than I did about the comedy part of it. But I did get some chuckles for the comedy part, so I guess it wasn't a failure in any case. Can't deny it was pretty incensed at this point. So many hours in the editing suite for this ridicule. Don't they know how hard it is to make a sequel? Then it got even worse. Do tell. Are they just repeat posters? They are just repeat posters. Interesting. I was hoping for a little more creativity on the posters. You know what? Jeff is probably a reference to Jeff Jefferson, the 13th or 14th or 12th or whatever he is. Puppet on the strings. He was in cahoots with the billionaire as the villain of the first game. And now I've got Cerulean Sky messaging me from the past. Tell me how messed up everything is. That is probably a reference to Jeff Jefferson. which is kind of neat. Doesn't want to give me it for some reason. Maybe up high. Yeah, that did it. Third night. Oh no, I missed it. I missed it. No. I stopped paying attention. Is there any way to bring it back? No. No. I wasn't paying attention. How badly do I want to know what was said? Pretty badly, actually. I'm kind of invested into how it got worse, so hold on a moment. I'm just gonna bring up the stream on my iPad. I'll mute my iPad first so there's no overlap. And I'll just back it up a few seconds to see what was said. Because I gotta know. Too invested at this point. Okay, gotta back it up a bit. Back it a bit more. The third night, those same students came back, but this time they brought their friends. 20 of them, all mocking my work. At least it made more money. Fourth night, there were 40, all crying with laughter. They think it's a comedy. You made money. Stop complaining. That's my take on that. Alright. You like your movie makes money and you want to complain about that? After an abysmal opening? Yes, I missed that one. Surprise! I think I took him by surprise. You just chill there for a moment, my scissor lift. Ladder, you chill there for a moment. There is the cat on the projector. I knew it. I knew it all along. Okay. The chairs might be tricky. The chairs might straight up be annoying. We'll find out. Yeah, I definitely have more work to do on the side there. I jumped that gun very, very much. Let's see if we can't get this front wall finished. Okay, interesting. The front wall separates. Can I just... beam me up, Scotty. That should help, in theory. It's a nice big decorative arch. Then last night the place was completely full and it gets worse. Sounds like good news to me, Derek Degas. Everyone was dressed up as characters from the film, lampooning every scene. You have a hit on your hand, you buffoon. I mean, you saw the state of the place they really went for. What a disaster. What we have here is a case of not being able to see the forest because of the trees. Oh, do I gotta go back up? Thought I nabbed it all, but maybe not. Alright, back up. What, you don't like that spot? You don't want to go there? I haven't done one of these in a while. I definitely should have turned off the washer in between that. Back when I was streaming the first game, I signed every job. I should probably bring that back. It was kind of fun. Hey, Suddy, I've just heard from the theater they want to extend our run by a month. Apparently, we're all over socials. Any idea what that means? Oh, you're an old school director. You don't know anything about your current clientele. Also, point of reference, a movie, Driving Me Barking, about a dog car. Here we woof again. Whether or not you realize that is a comedy film. Make myself dizzy there. Ta-da! Alright, seats. There's gonna be no real satisfying way to do these seats. That's probably the best way to do it. Do the base. Do the backs. Can I get you on the stage? No. Can you sit quietly right there for a while? Thank you. Get this. Okay, so that was the frame good. So I think that's the back row. Floor we've not started, ramp we've not started. Back row, seating row, all done. Okay. Middle, ramp, and floor. We should get, like, the sides done of the ramp. If for no other reason than just to break up the monotony of repeating the seats over and over. Ooh, ladder can get out of the way. No, it can't. Now ladder can get out of the way. I like it when ladder is not in way. It makes me happy. I can't believe it. I've heard from the Klein City in Detergento and Ultraplex Watchcap. They want to show it too. Suddy, what's going on? You have a comedy hit, my dude. Enjoy it. Nice. I think the rest of the ramp can be finished with the floor cleaner. Get some of these step walls done. Alright, back to the monotony. Okay, I don't have to get in behind that, thank goodness. I saw this really L take on movie theaters the other day. That was recliner seats are bad for the movie going experience because it encourages sleeping. And like, I get where he's coming from. The whole attention span debate with movies and whatnot and everything that's happening in that industry. I get that. However, with how much movies cost to go to the movies, having some good quality, nice seats, I think should be the standard. Not something to be looked down upon as somehow detracting from the movie-going experience. It is not a take I agree with, that is for sure. Middle, all good. Front, you're next. And you chill there for now. Now, to be clear, I've never fallen asleep in a movie theater, and I love going to the movies. I've gone many, many times. I am what I would consider a movie buff. So I'm not, like... This isn't coming from a place of ignorance or I just want comfy chairs. It's just my thoughts on it. And, like, I do agree that the attention span thing is deplorable. That we are at that point as a species. What am I... What? Oh. My ladder counts, apparently. That should be it for the front row. Nope, I missed an armrest. You. That's it for the front row seating. Okay, let's get the steps. And now let's finish the job. Bring out the old rotary tool. And away we go. Ooh, different sound on the carpet. I like that. On the rug. Hello, scissor lift. Can you behave? Right there's fine, thank you. Take it nice and slow. I like that sound of it on the rug. Scratching the right part of my brain. Okay, I think we're done in the seats. It's now just this last little bit up top. Awesome. Let's head down and up the ramp. And now let's do this floor. Let's get scissor lift up and out of the way for the last time. That's priority one. Get that thing out of my way. Now, to be clear, I like the scissor lift. It is very useful in the game. However, on this particular map, at this particular time, I want it to go away. I missed a whole seam along the seats there, so if it doesn't clear, we'll have to go back with a normal washer to that. I'm gonna end up knocking the gnome down, I think. Okay, I'm having a fair bit of corner and angle troubles on this rug. We'll be prepared to switch it. Get it done real quick. Unless it wants to be super nice, but I don't think it'll be that nice. I see so much that I missed. Be kind to me. No, that's alright. In fact, it's fair. Yeah, just one crouch. The freak. Alright, let's finish the job. This isn't listed as the final 3 things, so... Now we are on the final 3. The rug trim right here. There's one more of that. There's the rest of the rug, and then there's the floor. Let's do it. Give me the rug. Give it to me. Nope. There we go. There's the rug. Huzzah! Took just about half the stream to do it. Not the best angle to see my work, but okay. You're a genius with that thing. Deposits in the can. Okay, people don't fully get my vision yet, but at least they're enjoying themselves. And you know what this means, right? I can get straight to work. I'll drive me up the wall about an all-terrain vehicle powered by the brain of a gecko. Neat. The motel. Let's get it started. Thank you for coming. You already know from Lou at the gas station that since the new interstate opened, there's been next to no passing traffic here. So in order to survive, we've had to think on our feet, get folks to come to us, which is why we're going to be converting our motel into the ultimate relaxation station. Trust me, people are going to come from all over for our little pockets of pure bliss. If you say so. Who am I to disagree? Do I see the gas station that I worked on? Is that it way down there? No, I don't think that is. I see the gnome, I cannot reach it. How about the other way? Is the gas station the other way? Nope. It should add a free explore mode. Where you can just, like, no clip around, enter spectator mode, look at the environment. Well, there's a lot of stuff to do on this job. But first, the shop. What's new in the shop? What do we got in the shop? I'm interested to see what the double turbo does when we get to there. But for now, we still be upgrading this guy. We need the soap nozzle for this boy for sure. Washer styles. Oh, is that nice? That's what I'm using. Is there not any... Not unlocked any customizations for it? My green boots. Oh, alright, never mind then, I guess. Washer cosmetics. Here we go. Nope, there still isn't any. So what? Alright, whatever. Whatever. Give me the... Hey, you took away my boy. I want the pro with the triple barrel blaster. I just... Yeah. Technical term, of course. Oh, I should sign it. Where should I sign it? I'm gonna sign in the pool. We'll start up on the roof. You know what? Let's bust out this boy and... Let's just get this started. See where we end up. Welcome to the Den of Zen. Obviously, we haven't started on the outside yet, but the rooms are ready to go. I'll take you through our services just in case you'd like Tranquil Breather yourself once you're done. Appreciate it. I definitely strike myself as the guy who doesn't take any breaks. Kind of like me in real life. When I'm on the job, I don't really take breaks. I just keep going. The swirl force does a weird thing right there. It did it. It's weird. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Now it's doing it again. See, the dipping down at the seam I get, the kicking forward randomly I do not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just re-hit that with a normal washer. Alright, we'll start dodging the panels and hit those with a normal washer shortly. Oh, I'm glad they let me get that one done, though. Didn't let me do that one. There we go. Alright. This reminds me of the solar panels at the one Muckingham File job in the first game. The research station in the desert. Also, just now that I think about it, look at how much better the desert looks in this game compared to the first. The first was just very stereotypical, the desert, it's orange and yellow. This game, it just looks like a desert. Props where props is due. They nailed the design of the desert. Oh yes, I need to get the side. Now we may proceed with the mission. now we fall off a cliff. And by cliff, I mean building. Breaking news! I did not fall off a building! This is what we call good news. And finally, this panel. And that's the roof. 12% of the job. Ayaw! I can probably reach those with extensions. I don't think I'll need many ladders or scissor lifts today. I say today, at this job. I definitely needed them at the previous job. Aha. Is that it for the bin? Yes, air conditioning unit. Called it a bin. Oh, hello. Nice street light. Is there any other of those I need to worry about? I guess the sign is going to be tricky too. Street light. I can parkour to it. Let's finish the roof of this place. Right up to here. Then we'll parkour to the sign. Okay. That part of the solar panel's being a little weird. Which is fine. It's just a little weird. But that's why we have this bad boy. We call it the problem solver. Because it solves my problems. Alright, let's get the top of this sign. Some well-placed parkour, and away we go! Now we'll see if I can do... the shapes can be tricky. Ah, no, the lip's down there. Alright. Fair enough. Let's do the roof trims. I say as I immediately do the light post. I don't know, just kind of felt like the thing to do. Freestanding in the way. I could probably finish the motel sign too. No, we'll do it later. Give me the full extension on this bad boy here. Did I need the full extension? Maybe not. Will the full extension get the job done? You better believe it. In our blue rooms, we have our economy option, River Blessings. Pop yourself on a sunken waterbed and let the sounds of the Kalakalama River wash over you. You might already be overly familiar with that sound, though. I know the sound of rushing water well. Cat. Still have Ulysses with me. Wonderful. Definitely don't need all extensions for this, but we're going to do it anyway. Wah! Little clean light post. I'll have to finish the overhangs from up there for sure. But we can get them started. Unless I can get the angle. Now the job is reminding me of the casita. Also Muckingham Files from the first game. Not from Encanto. Wah! Umbrella. Alright. To work on the inside. Start with the overhang. Okay. How do we want to tackle the rest of this job? Floor by floor? Okay, we'll do the top level of the sides, and then we'll do in the balcony area. So we'll bring it right down to there. Do, 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 do. Wonderful. About to say, isn't that an interesting dilemma? I had to get on top of that. I wish I could get a little more distance from the clean. Just a little bit. That would be nice. A little distance. In our orange rooms, we have our standard service, Tingletown. It sounds naughty. Gently nest yourself upon our relaxed bed of nails and feel 1,000 pins revere your skin as the soundtrack to a journey through all the cosmos plays around you. Yeah, no thank you. That's gonna be a pass from me. Very good. The stairs is our next objective. Now, these are probably the best stairs to get up to a second floor of a motel I have ever seen. They're big, solid, creosote, it would seem. Much better than the ones that seem very flimsy and thin wood or metal. Construction like this is used in warmer climates so that you don't burn yourself when you're using them. Imagine if this was metal. That would be no good. No good at all. Wonderful. Alright, we'll start on the side here and take it counterclockwise all the way around to the front. Oop, hello. Let's go from here around. Anything I'm missing on the shop door? No. I'm getting palm tree flashbacks to the volcano climbing job. This bad boy is just in the way in general. Terrible placement. For cleaning, anyway. Anything else on this bad boy? No. Doesn't look like there's another one at the back, at least. Oh, the sign swings. That's awesome. I like that. Standing on a cactus. My goals are beyond your comprehension. Getting things flying through now. That's the wrong button. It's just popped. It's so locked in. Alright, we'll do the exterior, then we'll go in and do the upper part. Then once we're done the walls, we'll do the tables. Then we'll do the sign, then the pool, then the floor, or maybe do the sign last. There's a lot going on in the little sign spot. Alright, let's get the upper part done. Should be one of the last overhead parts of this job. At this point, you all know how I feel about doing this stuff above my head. Nice. Wow. Okay. In our green rooms is our deluxe option, Rebirth Day. We shove you in a tunnel and you gotta crawl out. Settle into an all-encompassing edible egg, where you're surrounded by pure oxygen and a soft nutrient shell. That sounds like torture. As you slip into a higher level, colors of the egg gently drifts across the room. The heck are you on about, lady? When the egg reaches the other side, you have to fight your way out and through the door to begin your new life reborn. What the actual frick is going on in the green room? You have piqued my curiosity. Maybe that's the point. That's how they get sales. They make people go, what the frick? And then they want to check it out. That's the green room. The infamous at this point. Nice. That's a clean building. That's all part of the poll then? Yeah, okay. Chairs. We are racing against the clock. Maybe we'll just extend the stream and finish the job, because the floor is going to be a huge part of this percentage for sure. We. There we go. Chairs. Alright, so open up the extensions. I think I'm gonna have to use the scissor lift to finish the sign. There we go, the topper's done. Ooh, I made it. The side arrow is done. Now we just get that. And that's the motel sign. So what's next? Well, let's get this done. Let's try this. Hello, Slime Master Deluxe. How's it going? Now it's just the individual cactuses. Ah, can't complain. I mean, like, I could, but what's the point? Everyone's got issues, not the moment mine extends to. My office is very hot, so, you know. I'm fine. Is this little one done? That one is done. That one's done. That one's done. Okay. Oh, no, there's one. You. Oh, that one too. Is that all the cactuses? Pool we haven't started. Shop floor we haven't done. Sign floor, which we're close to. I don't see any cactuses not blanked out though, so we will view that as a win. The walls. Let's get the walls done. The walls shouldn't be too bad. Whoops. Wrong button. Any other secretive walls I need to know about? No? Okay. It's pool time. Yahoo! Oh, that's how you break your ankles. I don't think I've ever been to a pool where the diving board wasn't straight onto the back, kind of in the corner like this. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's kind of neat. Come to think of it, we've never had just a pool in the job before. We had the rock pond in the first game. That's not quite the same as this. Must be a top-down problem here. There we go. Alright, let's get the walls done. I've actually seen power washing videos in real life of people doing pools. Haven't seen too much else as far as like power washing videos go, but I have seen pools done before. Usually pool restorations and stuff. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I believe it is time for Rotary Buffer to the finish. And yeah, since we're so close, we will just keep the stream running till the job's done. We'll be a little overtime today, but that's not the end of the world. I don't have anything I immediately need to do after stream. It'll just be nice to get out of my office. Goodbye, my hastily scribbled logo. I'm coming for you. Let's do the trim. Which I'm really hoping the trim comes easily, but it might not. There we go. Alright, fellas. Bust out the big boy. Set a clockwise pattern, and away we go. Huh. I had a lot of tools at my disposal. I only ended up using the scissor lift once. That's alright with me. I'm good. I'm good. Bonk. There'll be one more pass in the sign floor. Almost 90% of the job here. Should be 90% any minute now. %, right there. Sign floor should be the first floor done. And away we go. Looks like shop floor will be finished next. Don't think I've ever seen a motel with the pool out front either, now that I think about it. Mind you, I haven't stayed at a motel, just driven past and seen them in movies and TV. More of a hotel type of guy. Hello, cat. The side floor is now merging with the front floor. I'm gonna have to hit the sides of rear floor, I think. Just because it's elevated ever so slightly. Hey, shop floor done. Now we start taking crazy turns as it's no longer a complete circuit around of dirt. Now things get interesting. Ignore my dog. He's happy about something. I'm gonna have to do some touch-ups with the normal sprayer and the rear floor for sure. Nope, it gave it to me. Thank you. That's a big preach. Now we're on a new path. This should be the last pass on this side of the pool. So that's good. There's another one done. Making great progress. Finishing jobs, flying through. Productive stream overall. And this should be it for this side of the pool. Awesome. Things are going rather well. Now we just gotta finish the job. Surprised we haven't had the final 3 jobs pop up yet. I wonder what we could be missing. I guess there's this trim bit. That's probably a separate piece. Still hasn't popped the final 3 jobs. Motel pool floor, the side trim, the side floor or front floor, then what? Still hasn't popped up the final 3 jobs. I can only think of 2. First floor and an outer wall pillar, but an electric box wire? The freak? Outer wall. Oh yeah, I can't even talk anymore. Outer wall pillar. I understand how I missed that one. I guess I can understand the electric box wire is that small, but like, where is that? Outer wall pillar, it's easy to figure out where that is. Motel front floor, easy to figure out where that is. You guide my sword. Corner pillar, not surprised. What did I miss? Hello, I've got a dirty gator that needs deep clean. Get yourself down to the wreck whenever you can. Oh. Okay. Let us watch the masterpiece of clean. I almost put the logo exactly where you could see it. That was close. Flush, that is incredible. Can't wait to get all the rebranding up everywhere. Sorry, I was trying to get too excited to spoil the vibe, but amazing. We'll keep a rebirth egg warm for you. Thank you. I think. For one crazy lady. Rolling in some big bucks now. Might as well max that guy. Then we're saving up for the urban. What is the next job? Mini roller coaster. Oh, that's cool. Wonder if you can ride it. Alright, where's the jobs we did today? There's the motel and the theater. Would be there. The theater takes up that whole chunk. Just get an idea on how many spots is left. So like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 to 18 more jobs, it looks like. Unless there are other huge ones like that. Like I would have guessed that would have held too. So hard to say for sure. I should probably read all these. Because they all get updated when I do a job. But that's going to be it for this one. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Special shout out to Slam Master Deluxe for coming out and chat, and always appreciate it. The plan is, of course, to be back live on Sunday at 9 p.m. EST. So stay tuned for that. Follow on Twitch, like, subscribe on YouTube. See you next time. Bye for now.